Good morning. So as I said, we are going to revise English language today. Let's start with first chapter that will come in the exam, that is subject and predicate. Today we are going to start with subject predicate exercise, and we are going to revise all the definitions of the topics which we have covered in English language till now. So in subject and predicate, I hope it is clear to you what is subject and what is predicate. Okay, the first part of the sentence is the subject, the thing which we are talking about. Okay, and the rest part of the sentence which that subject is doing is the predicate. So let's come to the exercise and revise. I want to see how many of you have already understood. So answer the questions. Divide the following sentences into subject and predicate. I will read one sentence and then you have to tell me the subject in that sentence and the predicate in that sentence. All right? Okay. Sarah and Jamal went to Tina's party. Sarah and Jamal went to Tina's party. Yes, Ritisha. Sarah Sarah and Jamal subject, went to Tina's party predicate. Very good. Next, Kamal and Arjun went off to play football. Kamal and Arjun went off to play football. Okay, okay. There is a mouse in the attic. There is a mouse in the attic. Rahman was washing his car. Rahman was washing. Rahman was washing his car. Very good. The jackals were howling at the moon. The jackals were howling at the moon. The jackals subject were howling at the moon predicate. Clear to everybody? Subject, if this type of question will come in the exam that you have to divide the sentence into subject and predicate, will you all be able to do? Okay, sentences will be given to you and then you have to divide the page and write subject on left hand side and predicate on right hand side. Clear? Now let's come to the definitions which are very important. Noun, pronoun, verb, articles, gender, singular, plural, whatever we have done, any definition can come in the exam, so you have to prepare all. Okay, first definition. What is noun? Very good. Noun is a name of a person, place, animal, or thing. What are what are different kinds of noun that we have studied? Proper noun, common noun, material noun. Very good. Very good. Abstract noun. Very good. Collective noun. Okay, very good. Now, next definition that you should know is turn page. Come on to number topic, page number 24. Come on to number topic, page number 24. Now here the definition you can see of singular and plural. So what is singular? What is the definition of singular and what do you mean by plural? When a noun stands for one person or thing, then it is called singular. When a noun stands for more than one person or thing, it is called plural. All of you are understanding this? Singular means when a noun stands. Noun means a name, place, animal, or thing. When we talk about one person, one thing, one place, it is known as one animal, it is known as singular. When we talk about more than one animal, more than one place, more than one people, then it is known as plural. All right. Okay. Next definition. Turn pages. And come on to next chapter, that is gender. Gender definitions. Gender definitions, page number 31. Page number 3131, gender definition. Now here we have masculine gender and feminine gender. Yes, masculine gender and feminine gender. What is a masculine gender? A noun that denotes a male person or animal is of the masculine gender. When we talk about male person or male animal, then it is known as masculine gender. When we talk about female person or female animal, then it is known as feminine gender. Clear? Like boy is a male gender, masculine gender, girl is a feminine gender. Bull, masculine, cow, feminine. Okay? Like this. Horse, masculine, mare, feminine. Landlord, masculine, landlady, feminine. Got it? Okay. Next chapter. This exercise I hope is clear. I will be giving you language exercises also of every topic day by day to revise. But today we are revising only definitions of all the topics. Okay. Then comes articles. Page number 3434, articles. This we already know. We have already studied that a and the are called articles. An article is placed before a noun to indicate whether the noun is specific or unspecific. Yes, this I explained you when we were doing articles, that articles are placed before a noun to tell whether it is or indicate whether the noun is specific or unspecific. When we use a specific noun, we use the. When we use unspecific noun, then we use a. And an is used. Yes, I saw that. And an is used before the word starting with vowel or sounding vowel. If they are not starting with vowel but sounding vowel, then we use an. Clear? After articles, which chapter? After articles we have pronouns. Yes, pronouns. Pronoun definition. Pronoun is a word which is used in place of a noun. Pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. Example: he, she, it, we, us, them, they. Okay. We use pronoun to avoid the repetition of noun. To avoid the repetition of noun. Examples? I told you just now. Yes, very good. He, she, we, us, them, they, those, her. Very good. And pronouns stand for a person or thing are called personal pronouns. You don't have to learn definition. You have to learn only definition of pronoun, which is given on page number 40. Page number 40. Yes, Ritisha, what you want to ask? No. Kinds of pronouns we have not done. We have not done kinds of pronouns, so you don't have to learn. You have to learn only the definition of pronoun, which is given on page number 40, plus the exercises. Yes, Manvi? Of course. Of course, yes, letter will come. Unseen passage, of course, yes, it will also come. Yes, Rishita want to ask something? Yes, Rishita. In which form we have done, beta? We have done application formal, only that will come. The application we have done, that application you have to learn, it will come in the exam. Okay, little doll? All right. Now come to verbs. Page number 4646 verbs. Yes. Definition of verb. Main action in the sentence are called verbs. Verbs are also called the doing words or the action words. Yes, they are called the. All right. After verbs we have simple present tense and simple past tense. Simple present tense. In simple present tense tells us the actions which happens every day in the everyday habit or a routine work. The same thing is with the simple past tense. In simple past tense, what happens? In past tense, the same habit, routine, but action is done in the past time, okay, which has already been done. The action or work which is already been done, that is known as simple past tense, and which is happening right now in the present time, then that routine or habit or which we do every day, that is known as simple present tense. Clear? All definitions are clear to everybody. Now if I give you one PDF, will you all be able to write all the definitions in your revision registers? Okay, so I'm going to give you one revision of English language where you have to do subject and predicate exercise and definitions of all the topics. Make sure you learn and then write them without looking. You don't have to cheat. Yes, better definition you learn from the language which is given in the book only. Okay, because they are not long definitions, one line, two line definitions are there and you can learn them easily. Anybody else want to ask any question? Who is asking who the? Ask what?